Hello and welcome back. We're going to have a look at the diesel switcher this week. This model number R.155 diesel switcher. First showed up on the cover of the 57 catalogue, if you have a look at the insert picture there, in a nice green colour. And it was shown on the inside pages in yellow, and indeed it was available early on in yellow, green or in dark red. I've managed to find pictures of it in yellow and green there, but I can't find an example of it in the dark red or maroon colour. There we see potentially a price on the end of the box there. So box is in fairly reasonable condition. Lift off lid box. It's nice to have these boxes. You can see the effects of tape. It's been damp at some stage in its life. So we'll just lift off the lid and have a swift look. So I think the model was around between 57 and it disappeared from the British catalogue, I think, by 64, though it was available in Canada and Australia for longer, I believe, in liveries we didn't get here in the UK. So this is a lovely looking model. I think this one dates from the early 60s with the hazard stripes, and it has the Mark III style couplings. So we're just going to use the switcher to put these car transporters from last week back in the siding. So we'll bring them gently to a stop just before points number 1 there. We've switched those, and then we'll roll smoothly through points 1, 2 and 3 onto that centre track there in the group of sidings. Looking nice coming through there, fits in really nicely with those colourful transcontinental wagons. And then we'll take advantage of the electric uncoupling ramp there, and we'll separate the locomotive from the wagons. There we go. And go on points 1 again, and then we'll switch points 2. There we go, and then we'll roll back into the sidings there, and we'll pick up this short rake of Opel wagons. I think we have those. Again, lovely bright colours, aren't they? And out we go, back onto the inside line. And we'll plan to snap those points shut just behind that caboose there. And there she is out of the box. Lovely looking model, I think, especially with those hazard stripes on both ends as well as the sides. It really is a striking model on the layout. Trying Railways, I believe there was Trans-Australia, and later on in its life Transcontinental here in the UK. And I believe earlier the running number was 5007, and at some point they changed to 7005, sorry. And I also believe very early models had a smooth roof. They didn't have this hatch detail on the roof there. I think there may have been other slight changes in the model over the period. And these handrails can be quite fragile, so they won't take too much knocking. And we've got this pilot on the end here, so we are using just the motor bogie, which is the basis of the dock shunter and the R.155 single-ended diesel. So another very flexible model to using parts from that were generally available. Although I think this pilot is a unique part for the switcher itself. So let's just have a swift look at the other end of it there. So quite a pretty thing. Just the single horn on the top there and a pair of screws to hold the body onto the chassis. Let's have a quick look down here. Now this one does have a rather large securing screw here to hold the front coupling, and that's been done at a later date, I think. And we've got sleeved wheels on the dummy bogie on single metal axle running right the way through, so it is relatively crude. We've got that fuel tank at the bottom there with Triang's name and made in England. Lovely knurled or ribbed drive wheels there, giving it a great sound on the railway. Great big brass drive gears there, and there that looks like the correct style of screw there to be fitted to hold the coupling on there. So I'm planning to put these wagons in the spur at the end of the passing loop. So to do that, we're going to have to uncouple just outside the station and then run around them, so we're able to push them through that diamond crossing there onto the passing loop. Uncoupled off camera there because there's no uncoupling ramp available. And then we'll snap those points open, and then we'll run past the wagons. So these hoppers are 111, available between 55 and 65 in bright colours. I think there was a green one available as well. We'll just snap open points number 8 there. And the caboose are 115, available between 54 and 65 here in the UK. I think there were many other variants available for the Canadian market. Now once we've coupled up there, we're just going to pull the whole lot forward just beyond points 10. Go nice and smoothly. And then we'll snap those open. Let's see how well behaved they are through there. Quite heavy, the hopper wagons. They've got metal bogies, so they sit quite nicely on the track. Smoothly through there. And then we'll uncouple. Bit of a jump into life there, through the points beyond number 11 there. Now we're going to open number 11 and bring out the double-ended electric. We're going to leave the green coaches and the sidings for now. There we go. And we're going to put this electric away in the sidings there next to the engine shed. Smoothly away, a bit of a jump into life again. Nice shot there with the coaches. Makes a bit of a racket. I think these ribbed wheels don't really like the rolling road very much if we just have a swift look in there. So I think the wiring's reasonably original. I'm not sure it's taken exactly the path it should though around here. We've got these sort of heat shields over the bulbs. You can see the worm at either end of the armature there, driving those knurled drive wheels. We've got these felt oil pads at either end of the motor bogie there. We'll just spin that round and have a look at the other side. See that very simple plastic assembly there, just screwed on top of the chassis there. There's the pivot point for the motor bogie there. The two holes that the securing screws go into to hold the bodywork in place. So that very heavy metal chassis there, and then we have this plastic assembly at this end to hold the lamp, the light at the other end of the model. So not directional lighting at this stage, and I have got a piece of black tack there because this piece of plastic, this plastic bracket tends to just fall over. It's supposed to clip into the metal there, but I believe it's probably been damaged at some stage. I don't know whether we can see the underside of that there. Let me just see if we can hold that there. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that to show, but it just tends to fall over inside the model. So I've just got that little piece of black tack there to hold it in place. Seems to do the job quite nicely. So very basic. Let's say we've seen this motor bogie used in other applications quite recently. So we'll just pop that down and have another swift look over the body shell. Now we've got it released from the chassis there. So there we go. They've managed to get plenty of detail in this model right the way around. It really is quite a pretty thing, and that vent there, plenty of detail going on there. I suppose there's a case for a smoke unit to have been fitted here at some point perhaps. I don't know whether it was ever planned, but possibly the space for one of those early type smoke units that Triang used. So we'll just have a swift look on the inside. So it's painted black to prevent light leak from those bulbs at either end of the model there. And then we've got the catalogue number there, R.155. I'm not sure whether we have Triang's name on the inside of the model. I don't seem to be able to see it. We've got the two little holes there at the end where the chassis pokes into those to hold it in place along with the screws. And we've got these metal strips here which just form part of the handrail units. They just poke through the holes in the bodywork there. So fairly clean and tidy. And we're going to snap open points number 18 and change 17 there. And we'll put this double-ended electric in the sidings just alongside the engine shed there and the cylinder dam. Nice and smoothly there to the end of the sidings. Then we're going to open points number 11 and take the switcher into the station and pull out these green TC coaches which were available between 62 and 63. I think we have those. Let's see how they do with all of this point work. Looking pretty good so far. So we'll just bring them out beyond point 11. Nice gentle stop. And then we'll switch those. And then we'll roll them back alongside the station, and we'll take advantage of the uncoupling ramp there. And we'll leave them there. We'll put the switcher away with the double-ended electric, and we'll get out the TC Pacific from the engine shed. There we go. Nicely separated. And we'll run around the layout behind the engine sheds there, passing the Class 25 we saw the other week. And we'll come gently to a stop just before points number 18. We've got to switch those so we don't have a derailment. There we go. We'll just roll the other side of those. And we'll switch those again. And we'll put this switcher on the same siding as the electric locomotive we've just put in. There we go. Got short GWR coaches there. And then we're going to open point 17 there so we can get power over through the turntable. And then we'll change 14 there outside the engine shed and pull out this great looking TC Pacific. This was available between 1954 and 64, although in 62 I think it gained its name Hiawatha for a short period of time. Very smooth running model, so it's very square on the rails, very flat. And then we'll switch points 18 again. We'll roll back down the railway here, and we'll pick up those green TC coaches. Lovely sight coming back through there. Colour light signal shining on the side of the boiler there. Nicely around the second radius curve. See if we can come to a stop here, and we'll put that uncoupling ramp down, otherwise they won't couple. There we go. I think we have those. Now I think that's probably it for this week. Thanks again for watching, it's hugely appreciated. And if you look back again next time, we'll have something else from the range to look at. Goodbye now.